What have been some of the traditional challenges that large financial institutions have been when trying to get their core systems, their back end digital?
Right, so the biggest challenge, as we've seen all across this conference, is cultural, right? And lots of, specifically if we're talking about incumbents, they have a huge political and cultural challenge to actually make the right decisions. So sometimes they even have the right strategy in place, but the cultural aspect actually becomes a barrier for them to execute on this correctly. And I believe one of the biggest things that we see is that banks look at their digital transformation from a technology perspective. And they think it's much easier for them to just put money on the problem rather than actually working internally through the cultural change that they need to execute. And that's naturally one of the problems for them because they end up spending a lot of money on just a piece of software, and software alone does not transform anyone. So as Temenos, one of our biggest roles in the industry is also to serve as advisors and to guide these banks through making this decision and to understanding how is it that they can become more effective into transforming themselves and generating value.
Now, what have you enjoyed over the last couple of days?
Okay, so actually, on a personal level, I really loved two talks. One, just by, I forgot his name unfortunately, but a guy from the Danske Bank who was talking about their internal process of transforming as a corporate. And the other one was by the global head of corporate banking for HSBC. And why I love those talks so much is because they go head first in talking about their cultural changes, and not only from a high level perspective, but they really say, specific tactics that they used in order to transform the mind of their people and to have their people thinking more like digital natives and accepting basically what are the facts that what are the topics that they lack behind and what do they need to improve, and then just embracing that and turning that weakness into a strength to become really strong digital leaders. So that's been quite fascinating to hear.